we'll watch a little Blink Twice and have
I'll
some.
check that out. I was going to hit it in the theater. I did Beetlejuice
Yeah,
instead.
I wanted to hit
Uh,
it, but it's God, man, it's so hard to go to the theater when you have that option. You know, like we was it. I just
well, it's pretty. If you got a good sound system, if you got a
oh
banging sound
God, I got
system,
yeah, and
big
just the
screen.
fact that you can hit pause and go take a piss.
Hmm.
It's like, and then you can rent it or you can buy it, but you can rent like you rent it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you do. And there's a lot of times I'll watch a film and just because she directed it, I'll wait a day and before it goes, like I think you get it for 48 hours or whatever,
Hmm.
I'll watch it back and just to see what how she shot it, what options she decided to, just look at it from like from a director's view, like through a lens.
Hmm.
And I'm looking forward to that, to just kind of analyzing it because people have really like put her over strong and put her eye over, and they say this movie's is really good. One of my really good friends, Adam Rodriguez, um, had seen it. I mean, I don't know if he was at the Open but I know that he saw it early, and he really and Adam's is if Adam tells me to watch something or read something or do something, I do it because his taste is impeccable.
Right.
Much, 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 much unlike mine.
Coppola's new one is coming out next month. Megalopolis. This thing
Right?
is. I saw the timeline on this. I follow him on Insta, so I've been seeing little pieces throughout the year. But
Didn't
he
you
wrote.
send me that like a clip of that or something? A
I
screenshot?
maybe I was high. I don't remember. But I don't know. But there's maybe the timeline I sent you because I couldn't believe I swiped across. He wrote this in 1984. He wrote the treatment for it. It was like a 160-page treatment. Turned it into a script a few years later. Had been working it. He did a reading, a staged reading with I think Ryan Gosling and some other actors in like 2001. This thing has just been made this year. So that's either an indicator of a problem. Why has this taken 40 years? Is it going to be a distorted mess with no real clear thoroughfare? Or is it the life's masterpiece that's been worked on? So I'm eager to see. It's kind of a dystopian. It looks like a dystopian type thing.
What exactly is determines dystopian in this fucked up world that we live in? Like
Maybe it's a documentary. Now that I
well, yeah,
think about
what exactly is,
it. Yeah, well, I think there'll be a lot of parallels probably.
I'm sure there will
And I
be.
just wonder how a project like that, which is a societal commentary, it's probably I haven't seen it. It's probably going to be a societal commentary. How does that change over 40 years? The
I think
message
that
had to have
well,
changed.
yeah, I mean, that's probably the once we watch it, we'll probably see that it was topical, and it just at each 5 years it just didn't you know
Right. Got to make just a little perspective change or a couple of
it's like
details.
it's like Back to the Future. Like what year did they go to in Back to the Future?
Oh, Steve, what was it? They were in 85 and they flew forward to 2015.
2015. So I mean, 10 years ago.
So they go forward. So first they go back in the one, and then in the second one they go
Yeah,
forward. To yeah, I know.
yeah.
You talk about a dystopian view. I was I was in awe this week when I saw there was more violence overseas, but they were detonating. I
How
say they,
is
Mossad was detonating
How insane was that?
pagers, and then the day after in Lebanon, more Hezbollah terrorists were taken out with
Walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkies.
I think that if you've got a pager on your fanny pack in 2024, you're asking.
You make
You're
fun of Eric
asking for
Sims's fanny pack.
yeah, you're asking for some shit to go down.
So this had to have happened somewhere in the manufacturing chain, right? They
Yeah,
have to.
because well, they were manufactured supposedly in Hungary, but then you go to the it's like a shit like a there's like a you go to the address or whatever that where this company is. It's got like a cardboard sign that says, you know,
Closed
what
forever.
no, like whatever it is, DTS or
Oh,
whatever
oh,
enterprise is, you know, and it's one of those things where like 600 things are being, you know, it's just a bullshit shell.
so they
So,
they find out where this order's going. Just the levels of intelligence from a spy. I mean, my wrapped in spy world from this this book that I'm finishing, but just the levels of infiltration. You got to find out where do you even begin. They're being manufactured. Some who ordered where they're going. Confirm that they're actually going to be used by the organization. Then get in there somehow. Get this detonation device near the battery, so that it responds to this particular code that has to be sent. I mean, they didn't all go off when they were sending each other stuff. It was triggered by a certain code that was sent.
you know, one of the news stories that came out of this was that that this was going to, in some form or fashion, allow the Israelis to move back into the northern regions where like they've been pushed out of next to Lebanon. I'm thinking, don't they have like 200,000 missiles and rockets and like I just I don't see this as it's like wow we've sent off you know we killed 23 people with these pagers slash walkie talkies that ought to push them away so we can get back into our homes. I'm
Well, I
thinking
think what this
shit.
does, though, this would psychologically cripple um, technology and communication and stuff. They're going to have to rethink everything they
Well, I
have
think what it
now.
does more than anything because if I was involved in a terror organization and I found out like two of my buddies got fucking whacked on pagers, like somewhere there's a fucking mole, a rat, like the, you know, like that's the psychology is there's no way this works without there being like double agents and
Correct.
super strong intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and the thing that I think really makes me think about like that kind of technology is to be able to shoot the Gemini spacewalk in '64 with several different camera angles. I mean, these are the things we were so cutting edge as the United States in '64 that this to me is nothing. You know, it's nice because and I don't know if everybody out there is taking my advice on this athletic non-alcohol beer, but I cannot find the non-alcohol light. So I haven't been able to find my non-alcohol beer that I drink at night. So I've switched to the seltzer.
Good
So
move. Yeah, and it puts you in the right mood to watch some sci-fi.
yeah, I watched it.
If Tamara taps out early that
She
night.
always steps out early because she's so busy. But I'm going to throw out a recommendation. Anybody that hasn't seen the movie Life that's on Netflix right now, it's a sci-fi with Gyllenhaal and Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of an Alien ripoff, but it's interesting.
All right. That's the weekly recommendation. Will you be recommending the Nicole Kidman show uh
No,
Perfect Couple? No.
no, I won't.
I was almost roped into that one. I passed
Yeah,
out before I could.
I would pass on that. I am really stoked. My buddy Channing Tatum, who his girl Zoe Kravitz directed Blink Twice, and that just came on my pay channel.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Oh, because I'll watch that.
so for I'm sure it's 19.99 or whatever it is,
Yeah, it's
but
fun.
that we've got it. I think Lewis and Peggy will probably come over Saturday night, and